Good day everyone. Today we will tackle about the Nintendo System software. What is Nintendo System software? The Nintendo Switch System software, also known by its codename Horizon, is an updatable firmware and operating system used by the Nintendo Switch video game console. Its main portion is the home screen consisting of the top bar, the screenshot viewer, album, and shortcuts to the Nintendo eShop, news, and settings. Its main portion is the home screen consisting of the top bar, the screen viewer, album, and shortcuts to the Nintendo eShop, news, and settings. This is the operating system and user interface of the Nintendo Switch. What is the importance of Nintendo System software? Nintendo's mission is to put smile on the faces of everyone we touch. We do so by creating new surprises for people across the world to enjoy together. We forged our own path since 1889 when we began making Hanafuda playing cards in Kyoto, Japan. Then these are the technology of Nintendo System software. OS operating system. Nintendo has released only unlimited information about the Switch internals to the public. However, computer security researchers, homebrew software developers, and the authors of emulators have all analyzed the operating system in great depth. Open source component. Despite popular misconceptions to the contrary, Horizon is not largely derived from FreeBSD code, nor from Android, although the software license and reverse engineering efforts have revealed that Nintendo does use some code from both in some system services and drivers. For example, the networking stack in the Switch OS is derived at least in part of FreeBSD code. User interface of system software. The news. Functions of the Nintendo Switch software allows users to read gaming news and advertisements provided by Nintendo and third-party developers. News is also displayed when the system is locked. The news interface was originally available in the 1.00 version of the software. However, new headlines were not transmitted until the 2.00 updated was released. The 3.0.0 updated revamped the news system, adding multiple news channels for different games that users can subscribe to. The new headlines that appear depend on which channels are subscribed to. Nintendo eShop. Nintendo eShop is a digital store on Wii U and Nintendo 3DS Family System. Players can access information about the latest games, download free demos, and purchase digital software. Parents can restrict purchases and access to information about games based on their age rating on Nintendo eShop using parental controls. Nintendo Album. The album stores captured screenshots and videos. Pressing the capture button on the controller in supported software will save a screenshot either to the micro SD card or to the system memory. The album allows users to view screenshots that have been taken. Screenshots can be edited by adding text and they can be shared to Facebook or Twitter. In addition, in supported games, holding down the culture button briefly will save the last 30 seconds of trimmed and posted online. Controller. The menus allows controllers to be paired, disconnected, or reconnected. The 3.0.0 updated added the Find Controllers options, which allow any nearby controllers that have been paired to be remotely turned on and vibrated to help find lost controllers. Joy-Con are the primary games controllers for the Nintendo Switch Video. Game console, they consist of two individual units, each containing an analog stick and an array of buttons. Settings. The setting option allows for system settings to be changed and includes other functionalities such as creating MIIS. Home screen. The Nintendo Switch home screen has battery, internet, and time information in the top right corner, and below it is a grid showing all software on the system, downloaded or physical. Underneath that it has shortcut to OS function such as Nintendo Switch Online, the news, eShop, album controller settings, system settings, and a sleep mode button. The Nintendo Switch home screen currently lacks an internet browser and a messaging system. History of Nintendo System Software. Nintendo Software Technology Corporation, or doing business as Nintendo Software Technology, is an American video game developer. NST was created by Nintendo as the first party developer to create games for the North American market, though their games have also been released in other territories such as Europe and Japan. Although the development team is based in North America, there is a traditional Nintendo and Japanese-centric designs applied to the development of the software. Co-founders Scott Chomura and Claude Comer retired in 2002 and 2006 respectively. NST is currently headed by Shikegi Yamashiro and is located inside of Nintendo of America's headquarters in Redmond, Washington. And this is where the Nintendo Software Technology Corporation was. History. And this is the history. Over the years, NST has developed many games for Nintendo consoles such as the Mario vs. Donkey Kong series, Wave Race, Blue Storm, and Metroid Prime Hunters. NST developed Project Hammer for the Nintendo Wii, but several problems landed the project in development hell. A large amount of funding was spent on cutscenes early in development, and so when the project started to fall behind, managers didn't want to end it because of the capital already spent. The American developers suggested that the problem was the gameplay. However, the Japanese managers believed the problems were the environments. This dispute, among others, made the project drag on for a number of years, but before it was totally abandoned and a large number of staff were made redundant. Nintendo System Software is located at Redmond, Washington, and Redmond, Washington called the bicycle capital of the Northwest. What is the use of Nintendo System Software? Share all sharing options for Nintendo is using Unreal Engine 4, for Miyamoto says they have it mastered in a recent call with investors. Your Nintendo 3D system and software are not designed for use with any unauthorized device and or any unauthorized software. Please note that the Nintendo warranties do not cover any defects or defects caused by unauthorized devices, software, modifications, and or non-licensed accessories. Furthermore, such as may lead to injury to yourself or others and may cause performance issues and or damage to your Nintendo 3D system and related services. Nintendo, as well as Nintendo license or distributors, is not responsible for any damage or loss caused by the use of such devices, software, modifications, or non-licensed accessories. What is the function of Nintendo? Nintendo is an international leader in the interactive entertainment industry and develops, produces, and markets software and hardware. Our games and our TV-Link and mobile consoles set the standards in terms of games, fun, and challenging family-friendly entertainment. The goal of our work is to make people smile. And that would be the end of our discussion about Nintendo system software. Thank you for watching.